Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to our new discussion topic. Today we are discussing the future of Symbiote in Mark Webb's Amazing Spider-Man franchise, and of course, I'm joined once again by the amazing Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello,
Everyone
Seven.
who's curious, you can subscribe to Mark. The link will be in the description box. Now, Mark, um, we already discussed the scene, the symbiote scene in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was replaced by Rhino's costume. Now, honestly, what's your take on it? Why do you think they replaced the symbiote? Are they trying to not, tease the symbiote yet? It's too early, or there's some other reason behind it?
I think it's a mix of both because they're trying to not to tease it too early. But they're trying to. I'm pretty sure with all those special projects with those doors, they
Yeah, yeah.
kind of hint to some. I mean, Sinister Six, and they do not want Venom to be the Sinister Six. Otherwise, that might ruin the character. So they have to like save him for his own spin-off film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I actually thought about it that they thought that fans will instantly jump to a conclusion that Venom will be a part of the Sinister Six if they will show this scene, and later on, so they kind of like replaced it so people won't be really disappointing when the Sinister Six movie comes out and Venom spin-off Venom won't be really there. And I think that the Venom spin-off film, I'm pretty sure, will come out after the Sinister Six film.
What Richard Parker said about biological weapons, I'm not sure the symbiote that Oscorp wanted to make was supposed to be like a biological weapon. I think it was supposed to be the type of symbiote that cures people, like cancer.
Yeah, talking about the origin of the symbiote, of course, the 616 universe, Spider-Man first discovers the symbiote during the Secret Wars storyline. It's a small black orb, and Spidey thinks it's a costume generator. His costume is destroyed, and he basically absorbs the symbiote. He takes it back to Earth, and then he realizes what is it all about, and he goes to, I think, first thing he does, he visits Mr. Fantastic, and he analyzes the whole thing, and he tells him that you better get rid of it, and they manage to get rid of it. And it's a small black orb, pretty much, kind of, you can say it's similar what we've seen in the trailer. In the trailer, it basically was kind of a bubble, and for some reason, it was like levitating in the air, and the symbiote was moving there. And about the origin, we are so pretty sure that it's, they're going with the ultimate road. But what if, somebody suggested me, what if the symbiote still comes from space, but it's actually, it's hidden there, Oscorp takes it, and it's basically not a development by Richard Parker, but it's actually an alien being. What you think about it, Mark?
I actually had that kind of an idea of the symbiote coming down. How is the symbiote formed? Was it from space or was it from Oscorp? And I think it's a mix of both.
Yep.
Maybe the astronauts decide to take a symbiote from another planet, and somehow Oscorp takes it away from them once they were on land, and they decide to make some tests on it.
Yeah, but then again, I do remember Alex Kurtzman, I think that's his surname. He said that we really shouldn't probably expect symbiote from space. Maybe they're trying to not spoil details, or maybe it's the case. Maybe, well, he did say it, so no symbiote from space, probably, I guess. But and as for Ultimate Road, if they're going with the Ultimate Road, Ultimate Eddie Brock, I have to say it's a very similar storyline. They already did the Harry Osborn childhood friends, because that's the same thing with Ultimate Eddie Brock. He was Peter's childhood friend, right?
Yeah.
And in the Ultimate Spider-Man, their childhood friends, they meet again, and Eddie Brock shows Peter this locker with the symbiote, black goo inside it, and then he explains that Richard Parker was the one to develop the whole thing. Which brings me to the opening flashback scene of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, when Richard Parker records a message for Peter, and he precisely mentions that people will think I'm a monster. Now, isn't that somehow connected to the fact that he created a suit which is really a monstrous suit?
You know what? You may have a point. I think he might, because Venom's like a monster, and when he says the monster, I was like, I thought he may be referring to him as a bad guy. He might try to ruin Oscorp, but then I made some thought into it, and then maybe it's like a reference to Venom.
Yeah, exactly, because, biological weapons, and he says, people will think I'm a monster. I think Richard Parker, it's not about spiders only. It's obviously something else, he said that they're going to use his researchers, so it's not about spiders, it's something else as well, so probably symbiote.
And have you didn't you made a video about some black goo in some kind of a tube where Peter was in the train in the
Yeah, in the train cab, but well, it wasn't really referenced in the film at all, so I don't really think it's the symbiote. But there was a shot in the film when Peter first enters the train cab, Richard Parker's secret lab. I'm pretty sure there was a shot of a tube, glass tube, basically, and there's something that was like black substance at the bottom. Of course, we can't really say it's symbiote, we can't really say anything, but there was this shot, so maybe it is an Easter egg. We need to wait for DVD to analyze it once again. And by the way, Mark, did you notice spot any Easter eggs so far?
I think there was like a photo of didn't you right in the end credits, there's something like about Black Cat hinting.
Black Cat?
I think it's on your channel. Some person posted it of a bootleg.
Oh yeah. I've seen it. I thought it's Rhino's horn.
I thought so too, but it was like a square, but in the other side, more like a diamond shape. So
Really? Black Cat's face.
no, it's not Black Cat's face. I'm pretty sure it's like a symbol of Black Cat, but I'm not sure. It looked very cryptic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, I thought it's Rhino's horn, improved version of Rhino's costume. So talking about Eddie Brock, Eddie Brock was teased on Daily Bugle's viral website quite a lot now, like 2 or 3 times, so pretty sure they're going with Eddie Brock. And I think the Eddie Brock will be the 616 version of Eddie Brock, this troubled kid who went through some tough times being a child. His father, he tried to earn his recognition, his mother died. Because it's a lot, they can't go with Eddie Brock being Peter's childhood friend, really. Dandy Hunt's Harry Osborn, that's the storyline, they already did that.
Yes, that they already did that with. It kind of like felt like they were childhood friends, and I'm pretty sure that the type of Eddie Brock they're gonna go with right now, he's gonna be like a type of a douchebag who kind of disrespects people, And if he's gonna meet Peter, then he's gonna like hate him, He's trying to try and get a job,
At Daily Bugle.
But
Yeah,
maybe that was already made in Spider-Man 3. But since he already has a job in Daily Bugle, then I'm pretty sure some bad things will happen to him. Maybe if he's gonna try to get like a photos of Spider-Man, being a fraud.
Yeah, I think they might go with do it a little bit different. We've already got this story in Spider-Man 3, kinda.
Yeah, but he looked like from the Ultimate version where he was all skinny.
Yeah, we need somebody who's more buffed, definitely, for the role. Do you have any choices for Eddie Brock so far, actors?
I got some of them may be crazy, but I'm thinking like either Aaron Paul or Gerard Butler. I think I'm gonna have to go with Gerard Butler. He's an action star. He's buffed up.
So we are discussing who's buffed up and who's not. Well, Aaron Paul, yeah, that's a great choice, honestly. Topher Grace was a great Peter Parker, or Eddie Brock. He totally, he could totally play a Peter Parker, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, but did you know that James Franco was supposed to be Peter Parker?
He auditioned for the role of Peter Parker originally.
Yeah.
So talking about, getting to the Venom spin-off film already. Actually, before getting to the Venom spin-off film, Mark, how do you think they will introduce Eddie Brock and when? In The Amazing Spider-Man 3, they need to introduce Eddie at some point before going with the spin-off film, right?
I think you're right about introducing Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3, but I think it should be in the second act. Maybe this is where we're gonna get the introduction of J. Jonah Jameson.
And Eddie will be already a reporter.
Yes.
That sounds plausible, really. I think that's what.
and
Yeah.
then we might have a brief appearance of Eddie Brock in possibly in a couple of other spin-off films, and then absolutely in the Sinister Six film. He could probably be at the end, and then we're going to see a little bit of glimpse of Venom, and all will be continued in the Venom spin-off film, and then we're going to deal with the origin stuff, and then we're going to see the battles and the troubles and the carnage and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Venom spin-off film will come out after Sinister Six, and Matt Chalmers did say that the Amazing Spider-Man 4 might be a movie about somebody else, not exactly about Spider-Man. I think he just, teased a Venom spin-off, and it will come out in 2018.
Maybe a lot later or sooner.
Yeah, so very tough. I really wanted to see Spider-Man. Well, of course, first of all, we need to get the black suit for Andrew Garfield before going to the Venom
Yeah,
spin-off.
yeah, I think they should use the unused latex porno type of suit. They need a bigger eyes.
Yeah, the suit is definitely something to talk about. The black suit, but I'm really curious how Andrew is going to portray this Peter Parker possessed by symbiote and this evil guy. I mean, Toby was kind of weird with his
Yeah.
hair, emo hair, and everything. I'm wondering, have you seen Andrew's hairstyle like yesterday during the hangout?
Yeah, I think he's trying to audition for the Kingpin.
Because some people some people speculate that he's preparing for the role of Peter Parker, and he will have this sort of hairstyle.
I think they're trying to change the hairstyle, in the first Spider-Man film.
I
And
think
then
it will be shorter, a lot shorter than what we
Yeah.
had so far.
Yeah.
And he looks he looks older with shorter hair, definitely. Yeah, how do you really see him being this symbiote possessed Parker?
I think we're gonna see him just a little bit more darker, a bit more aggressive than he was in. Well, Andrew's a great actor. He can pretty much pull it off.
Yeah.
He was depressed since after the problems just happened in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and
You mean the problems at the Cock Tower?
yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe because of that he's gonna try to seek revenge. Maybe he has to lay low for a little while, and then once he can get the suit, then he's gonna try to look for more crime. He's gonna try to have fun. Enemies will try to attack him, and then sooner or later he's gonna try to meet Black Cat, and then problems will happen with Sinister Six, and then he's gonna try to rip out the suit, since that he nearly tried to kill people, and boom, the Venom movie.
Yeah, now we already discussed when Eddie Brock will probably should be introduced. Now let's discuss how exactly Andrew's Peter will get this suit. Will it be another accident? He goes to Oscorp. Oops, sorry, I've got this symbiote in my pocket. I think I'm really curious how Andrew's Peter will get this suit, really.
Okay, I think he's trying to go to Oscar and try to find more stuff about his parents, and maybe then he's gonna stumble upon the symbiote. I don't think he's gonna try to steal it because he knows that it's his father's, and then he probably found something about what if Harry dies, and then, what if he's actually dying, but we know that he's looking a lot better at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
But I think this type of a new suit is gonna the type of one that cures cancer, and I'm not sure how they try to introduce the symbiote. The Amazing Spider-Man. The first Spider-Man 3, they did a kind of made how Peter would get the suit, and now I'm not sure how they get the suit. I do not want it to be an accident because I'm pretty sure we already had accidents in the scientific stuff.
Yeah, that's why I've got a theory actually. My theory is that at some point in the Amazing Spider-Man 3, Peter will deal with Rhino, and he is depressed about, well, we've got spoilers here, so about Gwen's death, and he's depressed, I think at some point he will go to the Chambers room, and he will try to destroy every single weapon. Let's imagine about it like he's trying to destroy every single biological weapon, to clear his father's name. and he breaks up the chambers and he breaks the symbiote chamber, and the symbiote jumps on his suit and he's like, what, black suit? It's pretty cool.
Well, that's a bit crazy, but what if he wants to be more powerful? Because when he tries to stop the Rhino, you can see how huge the Rhino is, and maybe he's gonna get tired, and maybe a little bit of a broken ribs. He's gonna stick to the wall, like in the Ultimate Spider-Man
Yeah.
video game,
Yeah.
and maybe then he's gonna try to get the suit to be more powerful, knock the Venom out, like in the 1990s cartoon nod.
Your theory is that he wants to become more powerful and he goes for the suit, right?
Yeah.
And now, I want to bring the Ultimate Spider-Man comics once again, if they're going with the Ultimate road. By the way, it's very interesting. Richard Mary Parker died on the plane when they were on their way to New York.
I think they were already in New York. They were trying to fly somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. Basically, of course, once again, this is the Ultimate story road. They are killed on the plane, except for that in the Ultimate comics, Eddie Brock's father and Eddie Brock's mother were on the plane together with Peter's parents. So they kind of already went with the Ultimate road. Of course, in the 616 they died on the plane as well, but seeing how
they were shield agents.
Yeah, they were shield agents. There was the whole thing with Red Skull, and it doesn't really make sense to see something like that in Mark Webb's franchise. So I think Ultimate Robe is the case. And of course, now my theory how Peter gets the suit, the first theory is that he will try to destroy the weapons. Somehow he will get down to the chamber and he will smash everything. He will try to clean up his father's name. The only thing is left for him is his father's notes and videos. And he will get the suit by accident. And of course, second theory is that he will try to analyze the suit, what it's all about. Just like in the Ultimate comics, he accidentally spilled I think he spilled a part of the suit on himself, on his body, when he took the sample, and that's how the black suit was formed. So maybe he will be really interested in this suit, seeing how his father developed it, and maybe it's the suit to cure cancer. If it's the suit to cure cancer, how come Norman Osborn? Well, Norman Osborn, what was the disease Norman had? He described it, I think.
I'm not sure what kind of disease was that, but I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be cured by the spider's blood.
Yeah, spider's blood. So yeah, that's the second theory. He gets he tries to analyze the suit. Somehow he gets it and he spills the suit on himself, and the black suit is formed.
What if Peter is like having his own disease? He's bitten by a spider, and I know that it's a good spider, but what if something is going to go wrong on the spider sense? And then he thinks the only way to cure his little bit of a spider sense disease is by wearing the symbiote, and then maybe he thinks that this is how spider sense will go good again.
Well, that's actually a great theory. I never thought about it. Well, hopefully he won't grow additional 4 arms. Yeah, that's really interesting. So you think at some point he will use the symbiote to cure himself? Something went wrong with his blood, with his powers. Yeah. Kind of, it's not about Spider-Man No More story yet. He won't be his powers will still be there, but something's wrong about his spider sense, right?
Yeah, but that was established in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It was kind of already there. So hopefully he won't lose his powers, but something will happen to his powers. Something will be messed up, and he will. In the Ultimate, once again, I'm bringing Ultimate Comics. Peter discovered his father's secret video recordings, not really secret, they were there in the old boxes he discovered. Maybe one of the videos will actually be about Richard Parker telling Peter that this suit is able to cure the diseases, the cancer, and that brings me to your theory that he will try to cure himself. Now that's a very interesting theory, really, Mark. Well, we've got we discussed when the Eddie Brock should probably appear, what version of Eddie Brock it will be, and what kind of symbiote. Obviously they're going with the Ultimate symbiote road, and very curious about your theories, guys, in the comment section down below. Post them down below and we will discuss them together. Mark, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
And don't forget to subscribe to Mark. His channel will be in the description box. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm off for now.